Grace and peace, everybody. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, you have questions. So let's get at it. Welcome back. Happy Monday. It's April 1st, so this is not an April Fool's joke. We are going to be talking about this Fani case. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, lots of stuff. Last week, there was a lot of stuff that happened that didn't really get as much attention as it probably should have. And so nonetheless, we're going to talk about it on today. I want to give you all a shout out real quick, checking the traps. All right, that audio sounds fantastic. Thank you so much. Before we get too far afield, please make sure you let us know which quarter of the year were you born in. This is April, so it's Dear Woke Christian Appreciation Month. And at the current moment, the April, May, June babies are ruling the roost, but the January, February, March ones are coming up close behind. I'm sorry, no, October, November, December, the end of the year. Babies are coming in at 28%. So make sure you please chime in. Thank you so very much. I'm looking forward to having a great conversation with you all on today. Thank you so much. Hopefully you all had a wonderful Lord's Day on yesterday. And I know I had a great Resurrection Sunday. It was fantastic. I like rest at a certain time in life. You just kind of be glad that things are not a lot. There's not a lot of things that you have to do. Not hosting a whole bunch of people, not running around hither and yon. Me and my wife look around and say, man, we used to host parties literally every Sunday or several times a month. And now we're just happy that nobody even knows where we live anymore. Like, y'all don't know where we live? There's a reason for that. But I'm not that crass. We love hosting people, but we just haven't been doing it. So I'm good with that, though. Let me tell you that. I'm good with that. I do not have to feel like I need to have a whole house full of people. So, and that's just where we are at the moment in our stage of our life. We're getting ready to kick one of the little birds out of the nest, and we got 3 more years. Take that back. 4 more years for the other one, and we're just looking forward to a house being quiet. So that's what we are. If you've been chasing after your little people for many years, after a while you kind of like, look, I'm just glad that they're gonna be leaving soon. They're gonna go cause havoc for somebody else. So that is that. All right. We did, Donna. We've had a beautiful home experience where we allow people to come over and to celebrate with us, do various and sundry, but we've just been real low key over the years. So nonetheless, at this point in the stage of our lives, we're just happy that things are quiet. So that's how our Lord's Day was. That's how our Resurrection Sunday was here at the Whitaker household. Next year, I'm pretty sure next year is going to probably be pretty hopping because it will be the last year that President Firstborn will be here in the house with us because she'll be going to college. She'll be getting ready to graduate come May of next year. So next year we'll probably be having some parties. And she's got a birthday coming up. Yeah, I forgot about that. So she's got a birthday coming up too, but she's got a summer camp. She literally comes back home the day of her birthday. And she wanted to have a party that year. This year. So we'll figure it out. We got lots of stuff going on. But in the meantime, how are you all doing? Let's see what you got going on. Checking the traps. Let's see what we got. We got Shar in the building. December. We had the worst birthday month. Well, you know what? Condolences. All right. Warm blessings to the chat from D. Good to see you. Hope you all had a blessed and beautiful Easter holiday. And I agree with you there. Absolutely. We're going to talk about the Easter shenanigans from the White House in a moment as well. Grace and peace to you too, Shar. Grace and peace to you. Yeah, that's it. So RD, my kids were in this season where they were like, who's your favorite child? I bet you I'm your favorite child. And somehow or another, I got this epiphany. You know what? You are my favorite child. You're my favorite firstborn. And you're my favorite secondborn. And from that moment on, they just thought I was crazy. So then they're like, Dad's crazy. So I would say stuff like, my wife is my favorite first wife. She didn't like that one though. So that one didn't sit as well. But my favorite firstborn child, they love it. They're like, Dad's crazy. And then somehow or another, it morphed into President Firstborn and Chief Executive Secondborn. I have no idea how that happened. But these are the kind of shenanigans that happen here at Whitaker Park. So, and they answer to it. That's the funny thing is they answer to President Firstborn and Chief Executive Secondborn. I don't know why. I think they're just trying to placate me like the guy's crazy. So let's just pretend like he's sane. Treat him decently or something. I don't know. But those are my babies. I love them though. So shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for answering the question, the poll question. Let's see how it's looking right now. Oh yeah, April, May, June babies are still running the roost. 33%. Yes, they are. Everybody else is in the 20s, but we are running. Well, I guess we're actually coming down a little bit. No, we're still running the roost. So let me know, what quarter of the year were you born in? Let me know in the poll. And if you want to be more specific and say I was born in June, drop it in the chat. That's perfectly fine as well. So yesterday, Lord's Day, minding my own business, not causing any problems, not causing any stir, anything like that, as I usually do. Not doing any of that stuff. Listen to my earbuds, washing dishes. All right. Some reason or another, I decided to check out a gentleman, a good content creator. He's not a Christian, but he was talking about the whole whoop-de-doo with President Biden declaring March 31st, the Transgender Day of Visibility or Recognition or whatever like that. And he was commenting about it. And he was just making a lot of statements that I was like, oh, those are not true statements about the Christian faith. And so he dropped a link and said, hey, if anybody wants to come on and talk, I'd love to hear from you. I said, okay, I'm not really doing anything. Let me just jump in here real quick. So I ran in here to Whitaker Park, hopped on real quick and jumped on. And he was just asking questions. I believe he's Islamic adjacent. I don't think he's like a practicing Muslim, but I think he's Islamic adjacent. He's definitely not a Jew, and he's for sure not a Christian. But he was just asking tons and tons and tons and tons of questions about the Christian faith, from the Trinity to what is crucifixion, the whole gambit. It was literally like, ask a Christian a bunch of questions. And it was a really insightful back and forth. Now, I will say this, hands down, no question about it, this is the best live chat in the whole entire galaxy, okay? This live chat right now, if you are one of the 172 people that are watching this video, throw your name in the live chat so you can be a part of the best live chat on the planet. I am going to say, however, JR's live chat yesterday, they were the best, on this block, for sure. They were so respectful. They were so kind. There were lots of good questions from the audience. And this is what actually happened. So JR actually started this live stream. He was sitting at a restaurant on his phone. Well, what's the worst thing to happen if you're on a live stream using your cell phone? That's right. His cell phone died. So I'm on the live stream. He and I are talking. He said, oh yeah, by the way, my phone is about to die. And it cut off in the middle of it. And I said, well, I guess this is the end of it. I guess we'll just go ahead and end this live stream right now. And the live chat was like, no, we got more questions for you. We want to talk. So literally, JR, the host of his own show, he got cut off because his phone died. And I sat there and talked for about 40 minutes to his live chat, answering questions about the resurrection, about the rapture, all these questions that people had. And they were super, super. Now, again, some of these people were not believers at all. They came in hot like a rocket, and some of them were, a little bit testy, but everybody was super respectful. So a couple things I gleaned from that. I just want to kind of talk about it because I thought it was really funny. So yeah, I took over the guy's live stream last night, and I'm just sitting there talking to his live chat about the Christian faith. So a couple things I noticed, and I just want to encourage y'all, and you can use these on anything, I think. One of the things right now is I think you should be really ready to explain yourself and be very, very clear. And they would ask me a question and I would give them the answer, and that's it. And then I would clarify or give context. But what I've noticed a lot of times is sometimes somebody will ask you a question and you start giving caveats or you start giving qualifications before you actually give your answer. And what I found out yesterday, and I think it really helped me out, was I just told them the answer. Do you believe in the rapture? No. I'll explain why. Or do you believe that in tongues? And I said, no. Let me clarify what I mean by that. I believe in real languages, that God can give you real languages to speak. I don't believe in that gibberish coming in a Honda RoboCop foolishness. That's dumb stuff. God could allow you to speak a real language. So I clarified it. So the first thing I realized is that just be clear. If you just say what you believe and then give your clarification, it went far. I mean, literally. And I might even ask JR if it's okay, because the live stream actually turned out to be 3 hours long. 3 hours long. And I had no intention of doing this. I was literally on there till like almost 10:30 last night. And I think it was really because I was being genuine and being honest up front. I tell them what I believe, and then we go from there. Next, I also noticed, be kind to people. Even if they're coming in hot like a rocket, even if they're being disrespectful. I realize even more, the better, if I treat you the way I expect you to treat me, and you might not, you might still be acting a fool. That's okay. But it doesn't mean that I need to act a fool with you. And so, and please let me state this again. There was nobody acting crazy and bombastic or anything of that nature. There was a couple comments in there that was a little bit out of pocket, but let's just weigh them in the scale. They weren't that bad. But I think recognizing that I don't have to act ridiculous with you. And therefore, I think that was part of it. And the very last thing, keep it humble. If you don't know something, just say, I don't know. And ultimately point people back to the book. Like, hey, you don't have to believe me. I told him, I said, I could be making all this up. I could be making all of it up. Why don't you go look in the scriptures for yourself and ask yourself, if there's not three individuals in one, then who is Jesus praying to? Like, does that make sense? And when you ask them those kind of things, and keep it humble, just ask them to go clarify, and you're welcome to reach out to me. It was a very cool conversation. So I'll probably be dropping some clips from there that I thought would be beneficial. Maybe I'll drop those sometime this weekend and see if maybe JR will want to come on and talk. So it was, like I said, just a super cool conversation. I had not intended. Again, I was just literally minding my own business. And I said, let me jump on this live chat to answer these questions, because he was talking about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and Christians do that. I'm like, no. So I jumped on to kind of clarify, like, yo, those are culturalisms, but nobody in the Christian faith worships the Easter Bunny. Like, that's just silly. Those are trappings, those are marketings from a culture. That's not something that the scriptures prescribe. And we just kind of clarified, ironed out a lot of confusion, and it was cool. Now, like I said, I was on his live stream by myself, answering his live stream for about 40 minutes, give or take. He got home and he's like, I just clicked on it. He said, I didn't realize it was still on. So then he came back on. So it was like literally about another hour. So maybe even more than that. So I just thought it was super cool being ready to have an answer and to explain something to somebody. Turned out to be a 3-hour live stream answering questions from unbelievers. And there were believers on there as well. They were asking like how to find a good church. And I'm glad K-Dub literally just popped in right there. Somebody asked like, how do I find a good church? And I gave them the link to the video that K-Dub and I did last week, or maybe about 2 weeks ago, about how to find a good church. It was super cool. This came really inappropriately. So it was, that was a wild opportunity to end the Lord's Day on a good note of having a good conversation with a content creator who makes really good content, and actually get a chance to clarify a lot of the questions, and left him thinking a lot about what he believed as it relates to, again, like I think he's probably Muslim adjacent, Islamic adjacent. And, but, challenging him with those ideas of who Christ is, what Christ accomplished for us was really cool. So that was dope. Thank you. Thank y'all, everybody who's answered the quiz question. It looks like at the current moment, oh yeah, the April, May, June babies are still running the roost. But if you have not entered the poll, please do so. Do it. And thank you so much for the super sticker, Lacey Ann. I appreciate you so much for that. And I thank you so much, Willie Doc, coming in with the what was the 4D chess behind Biden's move Sunday. I'm about to talk about that, so don't you even sweat it. I don't think there was a 4D chess. I don't think he's even aware of what he did. But I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. But I do want to say thank you all. I don't mention it often, and I do want to say thank you all, because I realize that I've gotten some Buy Me a Coffee supporters that I have not, I didn't recognize in my last live stream. And I recognize in my last live stream. I want to say thank you. But I also got a Cash App, which is kind of crazy. So I do want to say thank you to Tony, who's been a longtime supporter of the channel. He dropped me a Cash App, a $20 Cash App, and I really do appreciate that. Nothing that I did, nothing I've earned or anything of that nature. Nothing I've done or earned him. I just want to say thanks so much, man. He's been a long time subscriber to the channel. We've talked in email and so on and so forth. And he kicked your boy a $20 Cash App the other day. And I want to say thank you very much for that, because it means a lot. and I'll give you a little sound effect even. Give you a little sound effect for that. But it means a lot that you find value in what I'm doing, and that's a great gift. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Now, somebody asked, what was the 3D chess move that Biden did? I am not thinking that Biden did anything that remotely looked like a 3D chess move. Let me pull this in real quick. And here we go right here. And this is part of the issue that a lot of people had with this whole proclamation of Transgender Awareness Day or whatever that nature. For Hanukkah, President Biden gave the Jewish community big shine. For Ramadan, he gave the Muslim community big shine, very respectful. And that was on, let me give these proper dates. So this is 12/14/23. So it's just this past Christmas season. Then on 3/10, he gave Ramadan a decent response. Even for Kwanzaa, again, and this is back in 2021. I don't think he did anything in the last couple of years. But then you come to what is known as, and what most people respect as, a very high holy day, if you will, holiday in the Christian faith, and he chooses to abominate it by, I mean, I don't know how he thought that was going to go a different way, but I'm going to bring in a new friend to the channel, and I'm going to let him kind of explain what his thoughts are about it. So with no further ado, let's get Viva Fry in. Let's go.
When you can flaunt your fake breasts on the White House.
I messed that up. That didn't go right, Jason. Let's fix that. All right, let's try that another way.
When you can flaunt your fake breasts on the White House lawn, when your flag flies atop government buildings across the world, when you have an entire month dedicated to LGBT pride, when an average male athlete is allowed to dominate in women's sports, visibility is not what is lacking. This Trans Visibility Day is not about visibility, it is about subjugation. Viva Fry, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, getting ready for our Sunday night show at 6 o'clock with Robert Barnes, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. There is scandal brewing today. It is March 31st, Easter Sunday, and there is controversy that has echoed through the interwebs. Joe Biden came out yesterday and declared March 31st official day of trans visibility. And this year, March 31st also happens to fall on an Easter, and people were screaming, crying outraged that Joe Biden would turn Easter Sunday into Trans Visibility Day. Now, a lot of this is not faux outrage, but misunderstood factual patterns. That March 31st has been Trans Visibility Day since 2009, give or take. That being said, Joe Biden has not formally declared March 31st to be Trans Visibility Day until this year when it falls on a Sunday. Some people might...
That's what I think many people are missing. Even when I was on JR's channel last night, I said, hey, you do realize that this day has existed since, I said 2010, so it was actually 2009. That day has existed. So it's been there for some time. The problem is Easter has been there far more and much longer. But even more than that, Joe Biden was not under constraint that he had to declare yesterday, the day of transvisual, whatever. He didn't have to do that. He was not constrained that he had to do that at all. He didn't have to. He chose to. Let's let Viva finish. Let's go.
Call that an accident, a coincidence. Others might say there are no accidents, there are no coincidences. And what is it that Steve Bannon says? First time is an accident, second time is a coincidence, third time is enemy action. Some people might come to the conclusion that Joe Biden has all but declared war on traditional family values, Christianity at large, and chose this year, when Trans Visibility Day, March 31st, falls on Easter Sunday. So with that parentheses out of the way, it might be a coincidence, it might be deliberate. Joe Biden has been president now for 3 years and has only now declared this to be Trans Visibility Day.
So if you find that to be coincidental, or you find that to be slightly curious, like why would you do that this year? And notice again, when is he doing this? During an election cycle. We're in an election cycle. So when you see Trump's name, you hear his name in reference to a whole bunch of shenanigans and hijinks from Letitia James up in New York, Fani Willis here in Georgia, and so on and so forth. But then you hear Biden's name with this group right here, particularly tied to situations like this. I'm just wondering, do you think he did that intentionally? Just wondering if that might have possibly been intentional. Let's go. Let's finish this up.
Go back to my opening remarks. Trans Visibility Day. You have 30 days. Yeah, it's 30 days of pride in LGBT Pride Month, June. That is 30 days of LGBT, and if anybody doesn't remember those acronyms, it's a lot longer now. It's 2S LGBTQIA+, if you ask Justin Trudeau.
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2+ kids' rights.
Lesbian, bi, which bi seems to admit that there are only two sexes, whatever. LGBT, lesbian, gay, bi, trans. There is already a month dedicated to trans visibility. This day has been around for darn near 15 years, it would seem. It does not appear that what is lacking within the trans community is visibility. When you have a trans person flashing his fake boobies on the White House lawn, flags flying atop government buildings. It used to be once upon a time that a foreign flag flying atop a government building was a sign of an invasion, a sign of a conflict. Now it's a sign of visibility? No, it's a sign of pure subjugation. When you have Leah Thomas, an otherwise average male athlete, arbitrarily, willy-nilly, capriciously deciding to compete and being allowed to compete in women's sports and I won't say even dominating, but beating women who have worked hard their entire lives for that position. It's not about visibility. It is about subjugation. It is about compliance. It is about not tolerating us, but tolerating our abuse of you. This has nothing to do with trans anything. People will call me transphobic. Good for you.
Okay, real quick. Because you stand up, and I just want to talk about the phobic, and Viva is right on the money. I will leave the link to this video in the description. The idea and the notion that because I speak out against something, I am afraid of something, that's silliness. And I think it is time for adults to step aside from the adult table to tell the children to be quiet and stop allowing this foolishness, everything to be tied with phobic. No, you're not phobic if you speak against something. It's not. Like my neighbor next door needs to cut her grass. I am not lawn phobic. I am pollen phobic because the pollen this year has been brutal here in Georgia, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm going to take my Zyrtec and I'm going to keep it moving. We're not phobic, afraid, or any of that nature just because you speak out against something. And we as adults must stop allowing children to say, oh, you are afraid of something. You're phobic of something. No, I'm saying that it's wrong. It's wrong. I am declaring that it's wrong based upon whether it be common sense, whether it be just good old eyesight, or whether it be what God's word actually says. But we have to stop allowing children to do that. And I think we need to go ahead and embarrass, shame, and mock and ridicule them and call them children. I'm not worried about children calling me afraid of something. Come on, that's silliness. And we need to start calling it what it is. You're being childish. And I'm an adult, and I'm going to speak adult-like about this matter. You can keep playing with your Legos and your Barbies and keep talking like a child. But when you want to attend to this issue like an adult, come over here to the adult table where adults are having adult-like conversations. Catch me outside. But if you like this content, could you go ahead and hit that like button? I got 114 likes. I'd love to get to 130. Let's go. Viva, what you got to say, my brother?
This has nothing to do with full-grown adults doing whatever the heck they want with their bodies. You want to lop off your boobs, you want to lop off it's called a penectomy. There may be some medical issues as to what doctor would do that given the Hippocratic Oath and do no harm principle. Whatever. You're an adult, you want to do things to your body, God be with you, enjoy the day, do what you want with your body. When it becomes a question of forcing compliance, forcing subjugation from the Riley Gaines of the world, then it is no longer about visibility, it is no longer about tolerance, it is about subjugation, and it is about forcing other people to tolerate your dominance over them in fields that were hitherto segregated for a biological reason. When it becomes a question of pushing this ideology on children, once upon a time, there was a thing called genital mutilation. Lopping off healthy boobs, lopping off weenies. Even if it's for so-called gender-affirming care, you give it these beautiful euphemisms like medical assistance in dying in Canada, another word for mercy killings, as the Nazis used to do it. Call it gender-affirming care all you want. When you lop off proper functioning organs, it is mutilation. An adult so choosing to mutilate his or her own body, that is up to them, whatever makes them happy. An adult choosing to do it to a child, that is child genital mutilation. Full stop. Not about tolerance, not about visibility.
Right.
It is about calling things what they are. That is child genital mutilation. Now, I'll open up a parenthesis very briefly and steelman the argument. I get this all the time. But Viva, what about male circumcision? That is not mutilation because that does not impede with the proper functioning of an organ, though I understand the arguments for which people object to male circumcision. But it's not mutilation. That could be argued to be more cosmetic than anything else. Cutting off proper functioning breasts for no other medical reason other than the preferences of the individual is mutilation. It's mutilation because it impedes with the proper functioning of an organ. A penectomy, lopping off a proper functioning penis, holy crab apples, if I had to explain to you why that is mutilation, then we are no longer speaking the same language. We are no longer living on the same planet. And my goodness, the older I get, the more I feel like there are two groups of people who are not living on the same planet. The only difference is that one is a minority group, an activist group, not seeking equality under the law, not seeking tolerance in the eyes of the public, but seeking subjugation. One is a very vocal minority seeking ideological control and seeking ideological compliance. It is the veritable tyranny of the minority. And then you get the faux do-gooders, the virtue signals of the world, Joe Biden coming out on Easter Sunday and saying, you are made in the image of God and you...
Okay, I'm going to stop right here because Viva, I don't know if Viva Fry professes to be a Christian, but he assaults and batters this argument so badly. I mean, I almost felt like I should throw the towel in and like throw a mercy. Throw the towel in. Viva, stop. You hurting them too bad. Hammer, stop. You hurting them. It was, this right here was amazing. I'm going to back up just a smidgen. And again, I don't know if Viva professes to be a Christian, but his argumentation right here was top shelf. I was impressed. I was like, yo, my goodness, my guy. Watch this.
One is a very vocal minority seeking ideological control and seeking ideological compliance. It is the veritable tyranny of the minority. And then you get the faux do-gooders, the virtue signals of the world, Joe Biden coming out on Easter Sunday and saying, you are made in the image of God and you deserve respect. I'm paraphrasing, but Joe Biden came out on Trans Visibility Day and then says to trans people, you're made in the image of God. Capital G, no hyphen, capital G-O-D. Biden says this. That demented, senile old buffoon is not even aware enough to know that that is the antithesis to transgenderism. You're made in the image of God. Now let me go lop off your breasts and your penis because you were born in the wrong body. Oh my goodness. In fact, saying that you are made in the image of God is quite literally the most transphobic thing anybody can say because it means you were born into the body that God gave you. Not the one that you wanted, not the one that you think you feel more comfortable in. You were made in the image of God. You're perfect the way you are. And yet these demons also come in and say, you're made in the image of God. You're perfect the way you are. Now let's go ahead and give you hormone therapy, puberty blockers. Let's cut off your proper functioning organs in the name of gender affirming care. I am sorry, when it comes to children, that is not care, that is demonic abuse. When it comes to adults, whatever floats your boat, I have absolutely no problem with anything. We can make the decisions we want as adults, but don't dare call it purely cosmetic. There's nothing cosmetic about lopping off organs. There is nothing cosmetic about...
Yeah, I was like, Viva, time out, my man. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on, my guy. He was hurting them. He was hurting them bad. And he seems pretty upset about this thing, too. And I see some people commenting that they think Viva, I don't know. That's what all I wanted to say is I don't know Viva's faith system. And so I'm not affirming him or anything of that nature. I just wanted to say, I don't know where he stands, but he seems to be clear-minded on this topic, very much so. More clear-minded than a Jamal Bryant, more clear-minded than a William Murphy, more clear-minded than other people who openly profess to be Christian. That's what all I was attempting to say when I said, I don't know where his faith system is, but I do appreciate y'all. As I said before, you don't have to be, don't allow somebody to call you phobic of anything. So you're not, because you speak against something, that doesn't mean that you're afraid of it. Okay. Just like when I say, hit that like button, I don't want you to think that you're like button phobic, because you're not. You can hit that like button, like just click on it, just click. There you go. See, you're not phobic of it. You're not afraid of it. You can do it. Let's go, Viva. Let's go.
sterilizing a child. There's nothing cosmetic about a male, and I'm no longer even saying a biological male. There's nothing cosmetic about allowing a male to dominate in women's sports. It's not about cosmetics anymore. It's not about reaffirming people's choices anymore. It is about forcing compliance and forcing others to live within the realm of the mind of other people. And I'm going to end where we started off. We have 30 full days of LGBT pride for those who choose to...
Where's the heterosexual Pride Month? The heterosexual celebratory month, day of celebrating straight men. Where is that? Even saying that causes people consternation. They get in their feelings like, well, where's Happy Marriage Month? I want a month. I want a month. Like, where is that? Where's Straight Male Month and Straight Female Month or Traditional Wife Month or what? Where are those months? Where is that? The Patriarchy Month. We need a Patriarchy Month.
Celebrated. That's fine. You want to celebrate. I've been to the Pride Parade. I have no problem with adults doing what adults want to do among consenting adults. But don't pretend that there's any lack of visibility. You've got a trans person on the White House lawn flaunting their big boobies. You've got the flag atop buildings. You've got crosswalks of flags. You got a month. This is no longer about tolerance. This is no longer about live and let live. This is about you live the way I want you to. You call me what I want you to. And if you don't, it's bigotry, transphobia, whatever. It's Easter Sunday. May everyone have a meaningful Easter if you celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, at least enjoy the beautiful weather if you live in Florida, and whatever you do, it's Sunday night. Come watch the Sunday night Viva Barnes Law Extravaganza on Rumble, and if you want to watch it in our locals community, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. More important than anything, get out there, exercise, sunlight, eat healthy, talk to people in real life, and now you know your vlog. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
For it.
Hey, Viva's starting to grow on me. I do like that guy. I do like him. And somebody said he's always passionate. He's always energetic. All I want to know is, can you imagine that guy arguing a case for you? Because he's a lawyer. Can you imagine him? I'm sorry. I would probably want to pay to watch that. I don't even know what he would argue. I think he was a defense attorney. I'm almost certain he's a defense attorney. So again, he would be arguing like the Trump case or involved in the Fani case. I would absolutely pay money to watch him. I would absolutely, because he's passionate like nobody's business. He is going and going. I mean, he's going to tire you out. I like him, man. I do like him. I appreciate everybody in here. Look, the chat has been so energetic right here. Oh, let's see real quick. We're going to check to see about these, when everybody was born. Let's see. It's almost how did this happen? Okay, July, August, and September babies at 27%. Yo, where my April babies at? April babies unite. Come on. Did you hit that? Come on now. Hit that and then hit the like button. Help us out. Come on. We can't go. Are we at 27? We're in second place. We're in third place. The January, February, March babies and the July, August, Septembers. Come on, April babies. Come on. What is going on here? All right. So now let's jump into it. Let's talk about Fani Willis. All right. I've told y'all before, I don't think that this case is actually going to see the light of day. I don't believe so. There's no reason in my mind to believe that Fani Willis, I personally believe, my name is Jason, and I know nothing. I'm a pre-K law student. I've never been to law school. My bona fides are that I have watched every episode of the original Law and Order as well as Criminal Intent. Okay, that's it. That's all I know. And I've watched Suits. I watch a lot of Suits, man. That was a great show. So I don't know anything. I'm just looking at it and it doesn't make sense to me. If Fani Willis wanted to win this case and wanted to bring it to the light of day, there's a lot of things that she would do, in my opinion, that she would not be doing. Wait, does that make sense? Yeah. That she's doing a lot of things that she shouldn't be doing if she wanted to bring this case front and center to the court of law. I personally believe, again, my name is Jason, I believe she's trying to get this case trashed. She's trying to get it trashed so that she can claim some type of moral victory. Like, oh, I would have had the judge not done XYZ, or I would have brought Trump to justice if this had not happened, 1, 2, 3. And so she can claim some kind of moral superiority. When you listen to, and we're gonna bring in Phil Holloway. Shout out to Phil Holloway. When we bring him in and just check out what he's saying here, I think you might very well believe like, yo, I don't think she's trying to bring this case to the light of day. She might very well be trying to sink this case on her own. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but when you realize all the things that are not done correctly in this case, you got to start wondering, like, what in the world are we seeing? So let's bring Phil in and we'll let Phil tease it out. Thank you so much. There's 270 of you all that have liked this video that are not like phobic, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. There's 946 of y'all that are watching it. I don't want y'all to be like phobic. Hit that thumbs up button. It's not going to hurt you. I promise you. It will not hurt you.
Can you game theory this for us as an expert, obviously, in this field? Can you game theory what's going to happen next? Will Trump go to trial before the election here?
No.
Okay. Dog, I want to cut Phil off before he said it. So Phil said it. Phil is already telling y'all he does not. And listen to why he doesn't think that Trump will go to trial.
No, there's no way on God's green earth that's going to happen. We've got another case involving Rico and Fani Willis right now, where she's prosecuting rapper Young Thug. It took him over a year because that was another Fani Willis giant Rico that she's trying to shove down the throats of the court. It's just not digestible. It took them over a year just to pick a jury. So if we started picking a jury today in the Trump Rico case with all the defendants that are remaining, there's no way it's going to, the trial would start for probably 2 years. But now we've got this issue that's up on appeal. Probably, I think the Court of Appeals is going to take the disqualification issue. I think the Court of Appeals is going to perhaps take other issues. Tomorrow, we're going to hear Steve Sadow, who represents former President Trump, and some other lawyers litigate a motion to dismiss on First Amendment grounds, which is very interesting there because in my opinion, he's right. I think they're trying to criminalize protected First Amendment free political speech. David Schaefer, the former chairman of the Republican Party in Georgia, also has some motions to dismiss because of the language that she used in this indictment. She took a lot of liberties with it, right? She's saying things in that indictment like she's calling the electors, fraudulent and fake, and basically that's putting the cart before the horse because these are conclusory statements that really should be left for a judge or a jury to decide. But the DA is just skipping over that step and is making the allegation directly in the verbiage of the indictment. So I think we got some interesting motions. Those are all very important issues. The constitutional issues particularly should be appealed if the defense loses. Those should be appealed also pre-trial. And I think, and I might be wrong, but I believe that those are directly appealable. Like you don't need permission from the judge, like with this last disqualification issue. So I think those can go straight to the Court of Appeals if the defense loses.
All right. And thank you, Phil. There's two things going on at the moment. Most of us are familiar with the disqualification trial that went on for, I think it was like entirely too long. Okay. And we were familiar with that. And Judge McAfee gave his decision. However, last week, they were arguing something totally different, which is Trump's First Amendment right to say whether or not he thinks that he thinks that an election was fair. And initially, I didn't understand the argument because, again, I'm a pre-K law student. That's all I know is nothing. Okay, I know nothing. However, I went back and kind of paid attention after listening to what we're going to hear in a second from Judge Joe Brown. After that, I went back and listened to some of the arguments. I'm like, oh, that's what they're saying. Basically, Trump's team is saying, I didn't realize this, there's actually a law that allows, if a president doesn't think that an election was fair and proper, he can ask the vice president to panel a commission to search out and look into that matter. And it's kind of interesting that that's what they were actually going to discuss on January 6th. Crazy, right? So they were literally about to discuss that topic until things got a little bit out of pocket around the Capitol and they quashed it and set it down. But that's actually what they were going to be discussing. So the reason I bring all of that up is Sadow and Trump's team are arguing that this is political speech. The ability to say that something is wrong, the ability to call something on the carpet and ask for it to be properly looked into is a right. And not only is it a right, but it's part of the fabric of our society that allows us to speak into dissent and not just say things that we want people to say or what we like people to say. It's pretty interesting. But I want to bring Judge Joe Brown in here because he kind of broke this apart and kind of explained it in the Judge Joe Brown kind of way. And we'll jump in and kind of add a little bit of caveat and a little bit of color to it. It was really interesting how he broke this down. But before we get too far, I do want to say thank you very, very much. I saw 2 new super chats that popped in here. Ski Bro the Hero, I hope that's how you're trying to say that. Ski Bro the Hero said, and I read, I was listening to one of the fake President Joe Biden's, and he said that he sees his imam every Wednesday. Did you hear about this? Let me tell you right now, dearwokec@gmail.com is my email. If you haven't if you can send me a link to that, that will be a part of the show tomorrow. I cannot, the fact that these people pander so much that they will say anything. They will say anything. And that's on all sides of the party, a political spectrum. But my goodness, if that man is trying to tell me that he goes and sees an imam every Wednesday, please send me that link, please. And then Willie Doc said this, which is another thing that I think is very interesting. Check out what Willie Doc said. Thank you for the super chat. He says this, where are the churches that are caping for Fani now? Where's Abrams and Bottoms and Black Girl Magic? Eerily quiet the last 4 weeks. What changed, DWC? I think they all realize that they are frauds. I think they all realize it, but I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not going to submit that those churches, because remember we did that long montage, like 20-minute montage of churches venerating Fani Willis. I'm not actually going to believe that they're not. Maybe we just haven't heard of them yet. It's just somebody's Pope Baptist church in the corner somewhere, or somebody's Methodist church that nobody knows about that is doing it. And eventually it'll come up, it'll bubble up to the top, and then we'll see it. But I think the churches being quiet is just the fact that we just haven't seen it. Now, I do wonder where Stacey Abrams is and Keisha Lance Bottoms. Where's Kamala Harris? Where are they in respects to this Fani Willis case to throw support behind her? It does make you wonder. It does make you wonder. It does make you wonder. It also makes me wonder, oh man, 286 people like this video. Thank you so much. If you're liking this video and you find value in the content, I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. And if you don't like it, you can hit that thumbs up button 3 times. It's kind of like sort of the same thing. Let's see what Joe Brown's got to say. Let's go.
She's talking too much, and it's everything. Just about everything she's accusing Donald Trump, she's actually doing. So it's like he's fighting his First Amendment, and she's going to say, "Well, I have the right, the First Amendment right to speak," right? But it's like, yeah, just stop talking. Stop talking about you're the face of the feminist movement, and all this.
And what the hell does that have to do with justice?
Well, speaking of First Amendment, Trump lawyers, they're arguing how the First Amendment is supposed to work. Trump Legal News, prosecutors tell Judge McAfee the First Amendment doesn't apply to Trump's criminal intentions. They were in court today arguing to have this case dismissed. Prosecutors who have charged former President Donald Trump with election interference and racketeering relating to his efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia tell Judge McAfee that the First Amendment does not protect him from prosecution in the case.
Bring the headline back down. Bring the headline back down.
See it?
Okay, real quick, before he gets too far afield, read this and see if you see what it is that he is going to call out. If you see it, just try write it in the chat real quick. If you see, it's in this headline right here, the Yahoo News, Trump Legal News Brief. Prosecutors tell Judge McAfee that First Amendment doesn't apply to Trump's criminal intentions. So go ahead and if you see it, write it in the chat. Write it in the chat if you see what it is that he's about to call out, because it's pretty glaring. I'm looking right here to see if anybody sees it. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody chiming it in yet. It's intentions. Let's watch and find out what he's talking about. Watch this.
Intention is what they have to prove in each and every case, that the defendant intended to commit the offense, or it's an offense that can be committed by recklessness or extreme negligence. So in other words, it's like this. In the state of X, it's against the law to kick trash cans, okay?
Okay, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you've not heard Judge Joe Brown give his analogies and his stories, you are not ready for this story. I'm telling you right now, you are going to laugh really loud when you hear this story. So he said, in the state of X, it's illegal to kick trash cans. Okay, watch this.
There is a trash can behind a screen, and somebody comes along and he sees a roach. He doesn't see the trash can behind the screen, and he kicks the roach. There's nothing illegal about stomping on or kicking a roach, but it is illegal to kick a trash can. He inadvertently kicks the trash can doing something legal. He had no intent to violate the law, so he is not guilty of intending to commit the crime of kicking a trash can. The very indictment.
I don't know why, but him talking about kicking a roach just has me in tears. I don't know why that was so funny to me this morning. I guess because I live here in Georgia, and I'm sure if you're in Florida and these warm southern states, the things that are passed for roaches nowadays will kick you back. So I'm like, yo, who's going to kick a roach? That thing will kick you back, man, for sure. Anyway, I don't know, that was so funny. So he's saying that, hey, you might, in the process of doing something legal, you might do something illegal. And the prosecutors are saying that you should be tried because you're doing something illegal, even though the intent was not to do that. Now, he's going to spread it out a little bit more and kind of tease it out, but let's let him finish.
Reads, he intended to commit this crime. So they're trying to negate their obligation of proving intent is a crucial element of the criminal offense they charge it with.
Okay. Let's finish reading this real quick. 20 tells Judge McAfee the First Amendment does not protect him from prosecution in the case. Trump's lawyers tell the judge that contesting election results is protected by the Constitution.
Of course it is.
But Fulton County,
probably the number 3 most frequent complaint about that goes on that gets challenged in the country's history.
But Fulton County prosecutor Donald Wakeford counters that each of the 10 felony counts Trump faces was employed as part of a criminal activity with criminal intentions. Here are the latest legal.
Goddamn, there you go.
I'm sorry.
Here are the latest legal developments involving the presumptive Republican presidential nominee for 2024. Trump's lawyer, prosecutors spar over First Amendment protection. Key players, Judge McAfee, Fulton County prosecutor Donald Wakeford. I guess he's part of Fani Willis' office.
Yeah, she's his boss.
Trump lawyer Steve.
This is important to understand what we're dealing with. The prosecutorial entity is the elected district attorney. That's Fani. The rest of them are permitted as her deputies or assistants. In other words, there is the marshal, deputy marshal. There is the sheriff, deputy sheriffs. See, the man in charge, like, for example, in Tennessee, you have the elected sheriff is the bailiff of the criminal court in the county or the district. If there is more than one criminal court, then such of his deputies as are approved by the trial judges presiding in that an appellate court should take a look at it, because it's too important to go forward at this point and allow someone to railroad this thing through only to cause a manifest injustice. See, the judge is becoming very cognizant that there are 360 million people in the United States, an extensive portion of which are eligible to vote for their local electoral college members, and that he does not want to deprive them of that opportunity on the basis of some sham contrivance concocted by Fani and her folk. So he's saying, take a look at it. It's worth looking at because it's an important issue, and I am just a lower court. This needs to go all the way up so we can decide what to do. Good decision.
I agree.
He's acting way beyond his years. I'd say at 34, a person is not really mature enough in life to be a good judge, but this one is proving the exception.
So it's not looking good for her office because, now this judge is saying, you know what, I'm going to give you opportunity to appeal it, right? I guess to get his charges thrown out.
In other words, so an appellate court can rule on this crucial determinative issue before the matter goes and waste a lot of time. In other words, if the appellate court says, all right, you can't do that, that's dispositive, it's dead. And see, that just shows her racket. Because what we are confronted with right now looks like there's a hustle between her and Wade that was contrived so she would okay any demand he made for compensation without question. The money would come back and they'd split it. There'd be a kickback, which, by the way, is a felony, and it falls under their Organized Crime Act or their RICO Act. So,
which is comical because she's bringing Trump up on RICO charges, and she has been framed the queen of the RICO charge, which is comical. But let us continue.
Then they have what looks like, to all intents and purposes, with the extent of the undocumented, unreceipted cash transactions, it looks like money laundering. So remember, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and may be used in evidence against you. This is the freedom from being from self-incrimination.
Right.
And it's not confession to a crime, it's incriminating yourself, which is exactly what she has done with her big mouth.
Now, I was looking to see was she in court today, but she wasn't. However, if
she could have had somebody in her office handle it. She chose to appoint her boyfriend so he could get paid an exorbitant amount of money she would approve, and they could split it. Remember?
Right. See, that's why I'm starting to really like Judge Joe Brown. I didn't watch the show, but I like him because he clearly sees it like a normal person would see it. Pretty much everybody saw it exactly as he articulated it when they said, like, well, why does she have to fire? Why does she have to hire her boyfriend? She could have hired any of those other guys. I've seen at least 5 different attorneys arguing during the disqualification, as well as now the First Amendment case. I watched 5, maybe even 6 different attorneys. Why didn't you hire one of them? Why did you have to hire the man that you were sleeping with, Fani? That doesn't make sense. That's why I don't think she wants to win this case. I think she wanted to get her political star in a place, her notoriety in place, so that when she fails, she can go and run for a different position or be appointed in a cabinet position if, God forbid, Biden wins. I'm sorry. There's no other way around it. I don't see how, because she's going to fail at this, and then you're going to see her move to D.C. and become a lobbyist. You're going to see her move to D.C. and get put on a cabinet position or something of that nature. And this is all I believe she's doing is posturing herself. This is a job interview. This is a long, arduous, public job interview for Fani Willis to get into another position, because she's not going to bring Trump to trial. Because you do realize if she were able to bring Trump to trial, and let's say Trump wins in November, do you honestly believe that a sitting president is going to come to Atlanta every day during the jury selection time? Do you think he's going to come every day during the actual trial? This is never going to go anywhere. I understand a lot of people have some kind of feelings about Trump, and that's okay. Have your feelings, but put your feelings in the proper place. This isn't logical. There's no way in the world. Again, my name is Jason. I'm a pre-K law student. I've never been to law school. I've watched a lot of episodes of Suits and Law and Order Criminal Intent. Oh, yeah, and SVU. But you can't honestly believe that you're going to have a sitting president sitting in Fulton County courthouse every day for a year during jury paneling, every day during I don't know how long it's going to take the actual trial. Because don't forget, there's 14 other defendants. There's 14 defendants. Each one of them probably has 2, maybe 3 attorneys. What's 14 times 3? Come on now. The whole place going to be full of attorneys before they even get anybody else in there. The judge they're gonna be an attorney sitting next to the judge. Like, move over, man. Hey, move your elbow, dude. Come on. Come on. There's no way. This case is never gonna see the light of day. I know people disagree with me. I know 403 of y'all are not like-ophobic. You all click that like button. I appreciate you. But there's no way this case is gonna see the light of day.
She's saying she's broke. That's what she can get taken down for. because she's implicated herself in that kind of scheme.
So for right now, fast forward, right? Because it looks like, listen, if Floyd, he appeals, and if he wins, that's bad for her office. Trump lawyer, or today.
Time out. Okay, see, I'm trying to stay focused. And Jeff Jones right here. First of all, I had a friend of mine in high school named Jeff Jones. I don't know if this is you, Jeff, but my guy. This rascal said faulty county. Y'all write faulty county in the chat. Jeff, this right here is stole the day. You've become, this is the content of the morning. Faulty county. I did not see that coming. How did I miss that? How have I missed faulty county? Oh my gosh. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. And that is hilarious. Please type fault. Man, I got to write to faulty county in the chat. Good gracious alive. That is the comment of the day. Jeff, my goodness in the morning. I really hope you're the guy from high school. Shout out to you. All right, let's get done with this. Let's go. What's Judge Brown got to say? What you got to say?
They were arguing. They want the case dismissed via First Amendment. If that's granted, then basically it's done. You know what I'm saying? She's done. It's a lot of things going on. And now, right now, it's the Democrats are saying she's talking too much, right? Democrats
run a damn mouth off.
Right. Democratic strategist scolds Fani Willis over media blitz. She's got to bring it down. I'm gonna play this.
Yeah. Well, before we get there, one thing that's going on right here. See, with what's going on now, Trump doesn't have to be in personal appearance. His lawyers can appear. What his opponents are trying to do is get something set up so he'll have to personally sit there through the hours of what's going on.
There's no way.
That's why they want this one thing in New York to go to trial April 15th. So he will be there. And then they want to get a sham conviction that is almost certainly going to be overturned on appeal if it results in a conviction, so they can have the unprecedented opportunity to incarcerate and set no bond on somebody who is one political party's candidate for president of the United States. They want this April thing tried, so when it drags out, he will be sitting in court for weeks. Then if he gets locked up, they won't set a bond, and he will be in custody when he's supposed to be campaigning for president. And this will be the first time in 235 years of the history of the United States since they ratified the Constitution in 1789 that has happened. What with all of the scoundrels that have been in office in this 235-year period, this is the first time, because this is the only time you have had a bunch of unscrupulous, dishonorable, ghastly idiots who want to subvert the U.S. Constitution so you can use the criminal process for strictly political purposes.
Right.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm gonna play
how you really feel.
Two things. One, I think it will be important for people to be able to see it, because that way, when Trump comes out and says whatever he's going to say, well, we can say, well, let's go to the tape and see what actually happened. And I actually think with someone like Donald Trump, we need that. That being said, Fani Willis, I think, has already made herself a character in this saga. She's got to bring it down and stay focused on doing the job of prosecuting this case. I wish she would stop doing interviews and really focus on just prosecute the case, and be very serious in the courtroom. No flair, nothing fancy, just the facts, ma'am.
In other words, she's a political hack. She's not that good at the job of prosecuting. She's very selective about what she's been doing. You can see that. And she's prosecuted some school teachers for a RICO violation, a rap star for his lyrics for RICO violation, former president for simply exercising his First Amendment, not just free speech, but remember, to petition the government for redress of grievance. And that could be by demonstration, communication, or whatever. And it's also got to do with a technical thing. Even though he's of interest, he's still president of the United States, and this impacts the operation of the Electoral College. And there is this law in place called popularly the Confidence in Elections Act of 1877, back in the 19th century. And that is supposed to be a situation where if there is a lack of public confidence in the outcome of an election, the president shall instruct the vice president to decline to ratify the Electoral College count and to call for the appointment of a special 15-man committee, 5 from the House, 5 from the Senate, and 5 from the Supreme Court. So this 15-man committee is supposed to take a minimum of 10 days to conduct an audit of the results and or such extra time as is reasonably necessary to conduct a full investigation. So in other words, you can say that part of what he's doing is his job. He's supposed to get information to determine whether or not he instructs his vice president, Pence, to decline to endorse the proposed Electoral College return and call for the creation of a commission. That is on the books. And as a matter of fact, when January 6th went down, that was the next matter on the agenda until this disturbance occurred and Nancy Pelosi exercised her executive authority to table the matter. So when he asked Pence not to sign, that's within his duties and responsibilities as per the 1877 Act. And this would be in line with his official duties of president to investigate or vigorously inspire people to follow the law, which there's nothing against that. So we're stuck right in the middle of the First Amendment situation. Now, I haven't heard his lawyers articulate that, but it's a constitutional thing that occurs to me. So,
Well,
you know,
she's talking too much, and it's everything. Just about everything she's accusing Donald Trump, she's actually doing. So it's like he's fighting his First Amendment, and she's going to say, "Well, I have the right, the First Amendment right to speak," right? But it's like, yeah, it's just stop talking. Stop talking about you're the face of the feminist movement, you know, and all this.
And what the hell does that have to do with justice? Justice
right. If it's not you being black, if it's not you being a woman, now you the poster child for the feminist movement. Like it's nothing. It has nothing to do with your job. Just do your job.
I agree 100%. Joe Brown went off after that, and I had to chop out some of the language. But no, I agree. I mean, if you think about it, and what Joe Brown said in that last 2 minutes where he explained if the president doesn't think that the election was fair and he could ask the vice president to intervene, doesn't that kind of sound like what they're bringing him up on charges for saying, hey, I think there's some funny business going on. This is the most popular. He got, 81 million votes. Like, can we look into this? Is that not what he was doing? I mean, I understand there's going to be some people who are the never Trumpers who have stage 4 Trump derangement syndrome, and you don't like that. But please understand, you have to be fair, because if they could do this to a president, you and I have no hope. There is no hope for you and I if they could do this to a president and say his speech is somehow or another off limits, even though it was free speech, even though it was under the First Amendment, even though it's political speech, you can say that. I'm sorry, there's no hope for us. I'm sorry. And you can still be against Trump, but still see that this is wrong. And I've been watching several other channels that are, the Never Trumper channels, and they're not being reasonable. And they're going to be the first ones saying, whoa, what happened to my freedom of speech? Because you gave it away. You cast it aside during this foolishness. Again, you cannot support Trump, but still say that what's going on is wrong. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you thought you were going to beat Trump, you would not spend a third of the amount of time that you're spending in these fake, phony, false RICO charges and trumped up, whatever the foolishness going on in New York. You wouldn't be worried about that because you would know that your team had the ability to beat him. And I'm going to say it again. And please, I got 464 people that have found value in this content. I appreciate you. I got 7 people that don't even like it. That's what's up. I appreciate you too. I appreciate it. Got almost 1,400 people watching the video. Thank you all very much. But watch this. If you don't like Trump, run a candidate that can beat him. It's really that easy. You have the most popular president in history of America. He's going to beat Trump, right? He beat him with 81 million votes last time. This one should be a cakewalk. Because come on, just go to your local gas station, go to the bread aisle at your local Kroger, Publix, or wherever, and you can just literally look at those prices. Look at your pay stub. Look at how much you're paying for your kids' tuition, and you should be running to the polls to vote for Joe Biden. You should be there with glee. You should be in line right now, but you're not, because you know that he's a fraud, because you know that he's a scam artist. You know that he's a fake, phony, false dude, and you're not excited about him. And then you look across the street and you see your neighbors over there, and they're excited to get into the political realm. They're excited to go vote. And you're mad, you're scared, you're worried because mean orange man is coming back. And again, run a candidate that can win. It's that easy. There's not actually anything easier than that. Run a candidate that can beat Trump. There you go. I appreciate the thumbs down. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just run a candidate that can beat him. That's it. All of this other political theater, this lawfare, you don't need it. You wouldn't even waste your time on it because you would know that, oh, my candidate's going to stomp him. My candidate's going to win hands down. There'll be no shenanigans, no funny business, no hijinks. But you know that's not the case. And that's why y'all spending so much time in this. That's why you're spending so much time in this lawfare rather than bringing a candidate to the table that you know can beat him. Because y'all see it. Y'all see it. Anytime that there's a Biden event, anytime there's a Trump event, you see it hands down. You're like, yo, yikes. Yeah, there's not a lot of people here. But then you look across the street around the corner, you're like, yo, the line to get to the event is out of control. Okay, hey, just run a candidate that can win. That's all. Run a candidate that can win. If you are so excited about Biden, take that negative, I hate Trump energy, the 11 of you all that have done thumbs down this video, take that negative energy and go campaign for Biden. Go stand outside of Quick Trip next to the price of a gallon of gas and say, Biden did this. Biden did this. Vote for, get excited, get amped up, make a rap song. Make a rap song and a polka song and everything else about how excited you are. In the bread aisle, you should have like the disco line, the Soul Train line down the bread aisle about, look at that price, $5 for a gallon for a loaf of bread, $5 for a gallon of milk. Come on. $85 for some eggs. Come on, get amped up. Get excited. Come on. And I'm not even a Biden supporter, and I'm trying to help y'all win. Go in there, man. Go ahead. Take your pay stub and blow it up into a big old poster and just go around and let people say, shout out to the 12 people. Come on. Shout out to the 12. That's right. Just make a big old poster about how much you're paying in taxes. And matter of fact, stand at the open border down in southern states and just hold up your bill, your giant poster of your pay stub showing how excited you are about paying this amount in taxes. And these people are flooding into our country to get your tax dollars. That's all. That's all you got to do, because your guy, you're excited about that. You're excited. You big-chested about how excited you are about what Biden has done. Matter of fact, yesterday. How about yesterday? Come on, man. You are amped up about this. You are excited about this right here. You're excited about how he desecrated Easter. You're excited about it, man. Get hyped up. Get hyped. Don't hold back nothing. Get yourself hyped up and go celebrate your president. Get amped. I mean, really, just don't hold back nothing and just be excited. Like, yo, my president ruled this joint. I mean, look at what he did. Look what he did. Look what he gave, what he offered to the American people. Look what he gave them. Man, I'm excited about this. And that's what you do. That's how you win. That's how you win. Get hyped up, man. Get amped. Because, I mean, all it takes is just a few of y'all, just a few of you all to overstep and out excitement the terrible, mean, evil, nasty, whatever of others that you try to call Trump supporters or right-leaning or conservative or Christians. All it takes is a few of y'all. That's all it's going to take. Because y'all are surely you're excited. You're beside yourself with glee and just, can't wait to cast my ballot for Weekends at Bernie. I can't wait to get in that booth and vote for him. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm here. I mean, I have one more clip. I wanted to kind of go over the whole freedom of speech discussion that Trump's team was espousing on Friday. I kind of want to go over it, but I might not. Because it's like 7-8 minute clip, but I just want to point that out, man. I keep saying this. And again, here, understand, my name is Jason. I'm not a political pundit. I'm not a political activist. I'm just telling you right now, I'm telling you how to win. If you're a Democrat, go to Publix and just videotape the cereal aisle, the soup aisle, the bread aisle, how much you're paying for gallon of milk, gallon of gas, and just make a video of that. And that's why you are excited about voting for Biden. Take your pay stub and just make a big old sign out of it, make a billboard out of it and say, this is why I'm voting for Biden. Just get amped. I mean, really. And it'll work out. It'll work out perfect. It'll work out exactly like you anticipated. And all this lawfare doesn't need to happen. Like, really, we can be done with the lawfare because we know the only reason you're doing the lawfare is because you don't actually believe that you can beat him. That's it. That's it. If you thought you could beat Trump, then you would not even care. You'd be like, man, Letitia, go on, sit down somewhere, girl. Go on, Fani, go. You and Nate, go on and keep doing what y'all doing. We don't have to worry about this because we're going to bring this dude up in here in November. We're going to take him down. And I mean, that's it. That's it. That would be it. Y'all wouldn't care. You'd be like, whatever, man. If y'all run Trump, we're going to run him over. You would be excited. You would know that. But you don't because you're not. Because you're not excited about Trump. You're not. I mean, you're not excited about Biden. You're not. And you look across the street and you say, man, them cats is hyped about Trump. They hyped about him. They ain't hyped about you. You ain't hyped about Biden. And you know that. I'm just here. I'm just here for you. I'm just here to tell you again how you can win. I'm thinking you probably want to win. And you said, hey, maybe Jason can tell me how my team can win. I'm telling you how your team can win. Just get hyped up. I mean, get hyped up. Go down there to that border and videotape that border, all these people coming through and how they go to all your sanctuary cities, go to Denver, go to San Diego, go to Chicago, New York, and just interview all these people that are excited about voting for Biden. And look at what a sanctuary city has done. Look what making my city a sanctuary city has turned Denver into. What has turned some of the Californians into, what has turned Chicago and New York into. Oh, it's just wonderful. I'm so excited to vote for Biden. Please, 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 please. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I'm telling you right now. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm just telling you. My name's Jason. You came here because you wanted some political advice, you want some help, and I'm here to give you help. I'm here to help you. I come in peace. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. And then for the Trump people, they're gonna look at how hyped y'all are to vote for Biden, and they're gonna turn their hypeness for voting for Trump, and they're gonna be excited to go vote for Weekends at Bernie. They are. They're gonna be excited for that. They are. They're gonna say, "Man, that's right, man. He took he took Easter holiday and turned it into a day of transvisuation or whatever that was. And man, my paycheck." Wow, man, I'm so glad that these people invading the southern border are getting, all these other benefits and such, and I can barely feed my kids and send my kids to school I want to send them to. Boy, I'm excited about paying $8 a gallon of gas in California. I'm so hyped up that the price of bread is the price of the whole sandwich 4 years ago. But boy, I'm so excited. That's what they're going to do. When you prove the case to them, they're going to be so amped up, man. I'm going to be won over. I'm going to be won over. When you show me your paycheck and you show me the percent that you are paying in taxes, and now you're not able to do certain things that you had intended to do, and you show me your light bill and it's, several times more than what it was 5 years ago, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's what I'm looking for. That's what sign me up. Where do I go? Like, where do I vote? Cast my ballot. That's what's gonna happen. Or maybe not. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. I mean, come on. $3 a quart at Publix is almost $6.50 now. Yep, that's it, man. I mean, people are excited about that thing. Ribeyes, $12 a pound. And that's probably not even grass-fed, high-end Wagyu ribeye. That's probably just your factory farm Wagyu. Yeah. Not grass-fed, corn-fed Wagyu probably. Yep, probably so. But boy, that's all you got to do, man. Show them that. There you go. For 4th of July, your 4th of July picnic and cookout is going to be so much more. Man, can't wait. Yep, there we go. There you go, man. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do, man. Then you're gonna win hands down decidedly. I'm saying that right now, Stafford Nicholas. Yeah, I am trying to say, I am saying that. That's what I'm saying. All right, real quick. Yo, thank you so very much for the super chats. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Mrs. J came in. Thank you so much for supporting your guy. 1,000 people watching this video, and I'm glad your channel is getting the viewership. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like it or not, like me or not, I perfectly am fine with that. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much, Mrs. J, for the kind compliment. Thank you so much. Ski Bro came back. Is this something? Okay, I'm going to send a link about the fake Joe Biden seeing Doctor of Islam every Wednesday to learn more about Islamic law. Please send me that. Please. dearwokesee@gmail.com. Email right there. Send me that. I will absolutely check it out, and I will gladly, without problem, give a little bit of review to it, because I think that's interesting, because Joe Biden, of course, professes to be a Catholic, which is very interesting in and of itself. But yeah, thank you so much for that. I appreciate the super chats. Thank you for the support and the help. That does go to help the Dear Woke Christian RICO Defense Fund, because I'm pretty sure after all these shenanigans, Fani Willis is going to find a way to put me on RICO charges. I live here in Atlanta. I don't go to Fulton County anymore because I don't want to get caught up. So hopefully she don't have extradition powers up here in Cobb County. So I'm keeping myself a distance from her, but I appreciate that, because that does help me out a whole lot. Hit the like button 5 times. Come on, help a brother out. Come on, I just helped you. I just put you on game about how to win the election. Come on now. Can I get a little bit of love for that? I just told y'all how to win the election. Wow, wait. What did you say? We can't get T-bones now at all in the UK? What? That's probably that whole climate change foolishness. Yo, that is crazy. That is bananas. See, that's why we can't have nice things, man. Okay. All right. And Stafford Nicholas, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. That is your opinion. And hey, that's what's up. Here at Dear Woke Christian, we allow you to have a dissenting view. I can disagree with you, and you can disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Future. I got some dusty comments. Future keeps asking for these dusty comments. I don't know if you are sending me these dusty comments, or you telling them like, hey, yo, go over here and write that craziness. But I got some good ones for you already, Future. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the price of cars went up. Yeah, but you all should be excited about that. And again, like, you know what? I just want to bring this back up, because I know this person just brought this up, was saying that, Trump tried to steal the election. Okay, not a problem. You're saying that Weekends at Bernie won the election fair and square. Not a problem. Then do it again. That's all. Do it again. Because the case, when the smoke clears, this case will never get adjudicated. It will never be in the light. It will never go to trial. It's not. You're not going to get Trump in jail. You're not going to get Trump doing a perp walk or anything of that nature. It's not going to happen. So just go ahead and win the election. Just win. Just win. I don't know if I don't want to use the DJ Khaled, all I do is win, but just win. That's all you got to do. So, hey, I could be wrong. You don't have to argue with me. Just win. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Homeowners insurance. Oh, yeah, look at your homeowners insurance. You should be real proud of that. Absolutely, man. I'm so excited, man. Absolutely, man. Oh, mad cow disease? Really? Bruh. Elon Musk moved out of Cali. He did. I'm not really excited about that Cybertruck, but I wasn't excited about it when I first saw it. So, property tax in California is too high. Elon over there in Texas, what's up? I'm not certain what that discussion's about. I'll leave that alone. You can go ahead and have that, my friend. You know what I like to say though? I always like to say to people like this, Stafford, go ahead and make your own video. You're welcome to, make your own content. And from there, tag me. When you make your own video explaining why, Trump is the worst person in the world or whatever, just tag me to the video. And then I'll come over and I'll get your comment section or your live chat and I'll comment like that. There we go. So just go ahead and make the content. There you go. I think that would be great. I think it'll give us an opportunity to hear your thoughts and how you put those together and articulate your concepts and such. Absolutely. So just go on and make the content. Just like I took the time to make the content and get these clips together and do my little diatribe and all that kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, let's look at the poll. Yikes, man. None of y'all have any hope. 16% of you said yes, that this trial the Atlanta trial will make it to court. The problem is 84% of you said, ain't no way, boy. 84% of y'all said, wow, man, y'all do not have any hope in Fani. What is that about? Where's the love? Sing the song. Where's the love? Where's the support for Fani? Come on, y'all got to believe in her. You got to. Okay, real quick. What in the world did I see here? Ramblin' Roy, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. He says, even after inflation comes down, prices will remain high. That's true. The rate of increase will decline, but many actual prices will stubbornly persist. That's true. That's true. I do think, though, there's some things that we can see. There are some sectors that the prices are going to be stuck there definitely for a while, even if we could snap our fingers and change inflation today. But there's some that there would be a significant decrease in, which would relieve the burden off of the average Joe, middle class, lower class, because everybody pays $3.33 here in Georgia for gas. So that would take a big burden off of the lower class, the working poor, and the middle class. That would help them out a whole lot. Now, will that change the price of a Tesla for the rich and the upper class? No, but it will definitely help. Let's say an F-150 for the rich and upper class? No, they're going to still pay $3.33 as well. But the decrease in that would help out a whole lot for the working poor and the middle class. All right, what we got? YouTube pimping, I'm right there with you. There's no chance, especially here in Atlanta. Go back and just research the Young Thug RICO case. That's all I gotta say. If you look at the Young Thug RICO case and just do all of the search, how did they come up with the jurors before they even hit the gavel and started trial? If you go there and research that, and you can tell me that you think Trump and 14 defendants will see the light of day, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. Yeah, this is a fantabulous question. Tell me a positive thing that Biden has done for our country. Because you can tell me why I shouldn't vote for Trump. That's fine. Tell me why I should vote for Biden. That's going to be a little bit more of a dicey question. Just my little 2 cents. Just my little 2 cents. I appreciate it. No, these are some great conversations in the chat. The live chat is greatest. Let me tell you again. I'm going to tell you all, this is the best live chat in the whole solar system, period, bar none. Catch me outside if you want to fight. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate how I see the back and forth. I see some good friends of mine have popped in. I see some people commenting back and forth with them. Lots of good love in there, and I really do appreciate it. So I just want to make sure I take the time to say thank you. I know what you mean, Brando. The odor of mendacity is real. It's coming from Fulton County. But look, hopefully some things will change. Hopefully some good things will change. Boy, can you imagine if Fani gets primaried? Because her election is coming up in May. So if she gets primaried, let's just say on a fluke, she gets upseated by the Democratic challenger. That would be the high watermark of comedy. That would be the best. If she gets primaried, I'm going to Fulton County and I'm going to do a show from somewhere in Fulton County. I'm coming to you live and direct from Starbucks across the street from the Fulton County courthouse or something. If she gets primaried, I will absolutely do that. If she loses in November, let's say she doesn't get primaried, but she loses in November, same thing. I will go out there, Lord willing, I will risk RICO charges to go out there and do a show from Fulton County because it's going to be a mess. That's going to be the best comedy I've ever seen in my life. Oh, please let that happen. Please let her get primaried because I'm coming. I'm coming. What do you say? Trump and Thug going to write a record. Watch. Okay. I look, I've seen crazier things, so I know better than to say it wouldn't happen. All right. So I've learned my lesson. All right. What we got here? Lots of good commentary back and forth. I'm always impressed with this live chat. I'm always impressed with it. You guys and gals seem to keep having good conversation. I love that kind of stuff like that. It's really cool. And I'm glad that you all are enjoying talking with one another, hanging out with one another, all that kind of stuff. Do a show from the varsity. I'm a conscientious, to me, that's like saying, Jason, do a show at McDonald's. It's in Fulton County though, too. The varsity is in Fulton County. I just don't like, if anybody's not familiar, if you're not a Georgian, the varsity is like the premium greasy spoon restaurant. I don't know why, but it's so famous here, so popular here. I have no idea why. And I've lived here for better than 32 years. I have no idea why it's so popular. I have no idea why people love the varsity so much. But yeah, that would be wild. It's in Fulton County though. You know what? Okay, I got to do it for the people, man. I got to do this. The people need this. So where's Caustic Chameleon? Where are you? All right. The people need this. The people are asking for it, so the people got to get it. If Fani Willis gets primaried, I will do a show from the Georgia Tech varsity. That is the flagship varsity location right there in downtown Atlanta. I will do a show from my bike at the varsity. I will do it. You know what? Because I got to give the people what they asked for. The people asked for this. This is what they're going to get. Now, what I need y'all to do is I need y'all to vote Fani out so she can get primaried so that I can do those shenanigans. All right, real quick. Hold on one second. Okay. Why does my mom want to call? All right, let me see. Does she want to say happy birthday to me? Hold on. My mother texts me and asks me a question. And so when Mama Dear Will Christian asks a question, I give her a shout back. All right. Trying to see what she has going on. All right. Everybody. Did I miss something? I think I got them all. All right. I appreciate it so much. All right. Let's see what we got here. Some good shenanigans right here. Looks like some good conversation going on. Again, Wade, are you trying to say, not Kim? What is your affinity to the varsity? We got to talk about this, Kim. We have to. We need to have an intervention. What is your affinity to the varsity? What is it? Come on, come clean. What's going on? Because lots of people like, and I don't understand why. And they like it for the reasons like, oh, it's greasy and it smells greasy and it's Yeah, I mean, all that kind of stuff. April, you're not gonna come to the varsity? Come on, April, you got to come to the varsity. You must come to the varsity. Yeah, it's a location. It's like a drive-in type of effect, and it's super greasy, and it's I'm sorry, I cannot understand why people like it. I mean, if you talk to anybody who's from Georgia and they talk about it, they're going to talk about how greasy it is and how over-salted their food is, this, that, and the third. To me, I'm like, well, why do y'all go there? And they don't know, but they go there. I'm sorry. I don't want to besmirch them, but oh yeah, by the way, you're in Atlanta. That's right. If I do this from the varsity Caustic Chameleon, you have to come. So if Fani Willis gets primaried and I have to do a show from the varsity, the Georgia Tech Georgia Tech location, I think that's what, 13th Street or something, 12th Street, whatever it is, you have to come. You have to. You got to, because I'm doing this because of you. I'm giving the people what they need. So me and you are going to go and we're going to get chili dogs and drink Coke and laugh about Fani getting primaried and then how we're going to probably get arrested because that's in Fulton County. So there you go. You got to come. Matter of fact, we're just going to you know what? We'll just do a meetup at this point. There we go. We'll just do a meetup. We'll do a meetup at the varsity and we'll all try to get RICO charges pulled up against us because we are April, come on. You got April. You must, April. The people want to meet you. Everybody type April in the chat. Everybody just go ahead. Nope. If I do this, if Fani gets primaried and I'm going to go there and I'm going to be there, April's got to come too. You can bring the whole camp, all your kids and Timber and everybody. Everybody's coming, April. Everybody's coming. And we're going to do, that would be hilarious. We're going to do a meetup at the varsity. Oh my gosh. Come on. No, come on. Type April in the chat. Spam her name. Let her know. She got to come. April, you got to come. The people want to say, look, I'm giving the people the show from the varsity. You got to give the people appearance. You got to show up. Look at this. Look at these people. Don't let these faces down, April. Look at these people. They want to see. They want you to come to the varsity. Don't let the people down. Give the people what they need. The people need to see April and dear old Christian at the varsity. You got to give the people what they need, April. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. Please let her get primary, Lord. Oh, my gosh. Even the 14 people that didn't like this video. Oh, they want you to come, April. They do. Oh, my goodness. That would be the absolute. Come on, Jeff. I'm with Jeff. Jeff's the one that called it Fulton County. That's it. Come on. Give the people what they need. Oh, my gosh. That thing's got me laughing so hard. Oh, I can't breathe. I'm dying. Oh. Okay. Rebecca, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, preach it, Jason. You are pulling the words out of my mouth. Make it make sense. Trump makes sense. I'm sorry. That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. We can meet anywhere else other than the varsity. I'm trying to live. Come on, April. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Please let her get primaried. Okay. All right. So at this point, we're going to have to do like an election night show or something and just to see, because please, even the dislikers want April to come. I agree. Yo, Michael, let me know, Stanford Nicholas, when you do your video, just shoot me an email because I don't want to take time from you because I know that's probably what you need to be working on. So dearwokec@gmail.com. Shoot me that email when you do your video and I will 100% come check it out. I'll do a review of it. I'll come to the premiere, all that kind of good jazz like that. So go ahead and drop that video, my guy, and then that'll work out best. So there's my email. So make sure you shoot me an email when you do your video. And then that way I can come and comment on your video like you are doing on mine. That's how we do it. All right. Peachtree and North Avenue. Yes, absolutely. Come on, April. The people know where the varsity is. Steagles is closed. Steagles is gone. Steagles is was a staple hole in the wall in the Atlanta University Center near Spelman and Morehouse. And it was there forever and a Tuesday, and it's gone. So I went by there probably last summer. I took the girls bike riding around the community and noticed that Steele's is gone. Yeah, Kenya, come on, tell her. Come on, April, come on. Come on. and wait, somebody said right here, April, you can bring your own sandwich. Okay, you don't have to have, the delicacies of the varsity. You don't have to have that, but you got to come though. I mean, you're still gonna get a contact high from the wafting greasy smell, but I mean, at least you got to come. Well, first of all, we got to get Fani primaried. Okay, so we might need to RoboCop and a Honda praying and stuff, but if she gets primaried, this has got to happen. It's got to, man. It's got to. Come on, April. Come on, April. Come on. You ain't got to go, Stafford Nicholas, but I'm just not going to have a dialogue about it. I'm done. I've already said what I'm going to say about it. So what I've said will not change in regards to that. So therefore, the best thing and the smartest thing to do is to go ahead and do your video. I think that would be great. It'll be a good opportunity for me to see and hear your thoughts as you articulate and put them together in a way that is understandable and packageable. That's dope. That's dope. Just like there's 689 people that have liked this video. If I get 11 more, I break 700. That'll be dope. All right. Yo, this one's actually better. Felony County. How did you get that exclamation point upside down? That's crazy. I like Faulty County, though. I like Faulty County. But you know what? I'm going to give you felony as well. I like that one as well. Absolutely. Look, YouTube pimping, I'm glad you caught it too. Look. Dylan, he got it. April. Come on, April. The people need you. Well, first of all, let's get Fani primaried. And then we can parse it out. I know where you live, April. I'm going to come get you, the kids and the dog and everybody else. You got to come. We got to get her primary. If she primaries, you got to do it. That would be the best. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That still might happen. I don't even care. We might just need to go anyway, just for laughs and giggles. That would be hilarious. Okay. I'm going to put the varsity April. Okay. How about this one, April? If I find another location in that area that is equal and cool, will you come? Like, I don't know, salad bar or something. I think they got a salad bar at the varsity. I'm pretty sure they got a salad bar there. I'm sure they do. Felony County is more appropriate. Hey, the bad thing is that's true. Thank you so much. We got 700 people liking this video. That's crazy. You guys are the best. Let me just say that again. Let me just make sure we say it again for the cheap seats. This is the best live chat in the whole solar system. I don't know what kind of YouTube they have on Mars, but this one is a better live chat. Hands down, end of discussion. Catch me outside if you want to fight me. Absolutely. Or catch me at the varsity. We can fight at the varsity. After we primary Fani Willis. But is that political speech? Am I going to get caught up on some RICO charges because of that? I don't know. Oh my gosh. That's going to be hilarious. Please let that happen. All right. What is Lady Chapman talking about? She's saying what she said. Now, I know for a fact, April will say something and then she'll get FOMO when I say, oh man, 19 people RSVP to meet us at the varsity. 30 people said they're going to meet us at the varsity. April going to be like, what time are y'all going to be there? Hold on. I got to get my hair straight. Hold on. Get these kids going. And she's going to be the first one there. So don't worry about it, y'all. I think we've won. We won, y'all. We won. Because she's going to be there. She's going to be talking trash. Because I can't bring Purple Rain. What's Purple Rain? Because I can't bring Purple Rain, I'm not coming. Purple Rain. What is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, discernment files. I'll be checking my email in a moment. I'm trying to stay focused and keep my ADHD in line. All right, let me pull that up. Let's see. Put my handle in the title. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna check it out. I really will. I promise y'all. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's gonna be the best. Oh my goodness. All right, what we got here? We're not gonna be there. Okay, I'm sorry. I got an email from a family member, and I was like, wait, we're not gonna be at home. Okay, what do we got here? All right, real quick. Thank you, Discernment Files. I didn't know you were a YouTuber as well. Absolutely. I will check out what you have here. All right. Here, let's do this real quick. Everybody, I didn't know Discernment Files was a YouTuber as well. Go check out what he's doing over there. I'm going to drop it in the chat real quick. Go check out what he's doing. Feel free to check out what he's doing and give him some support. He's been a solid supporter of the channel, so I'm hoping that he will be a blessing to you as well. Absolutely, Tyndall. I mean, auto insurance prices alone should encourage you to go run to vote for Joe Biden. Absolutely. Should just have you running, lining up down the street and around the corner. Absolutely. All right. I've seen some of the YSL at, and I'm saying, I think you're saying, as it seems to me, love is as bad as Fani, it seems. The YSL case is a dumpster fire. A dumpster fire. Please understand. If you I already told y'all. See, April already coming. She talking all that smack, and then she said, as long as she got her hair together, that's it. Wear a baseball cap, April. I got 35 of them. I'll give you a baseball cap. I'll bring you one. Bring your own custom baseball cap. We're doing it. The YSL case is such a dumpster fire. It's so bad. It is so bad. I'm just telling y'all right now. So with that being the case, I can see that there's no, if you're using the YSL case, which at the current moment is the largest and the longest case in Georgia history. It's cruising on 2.5 years, and they're saying that it will not be done until 2027. Yeah, you heard that correctly. We're in 2024 right now. They're talking about 2027, 36 months from now. So you want me to believe that you're going to still be trying, that you're able to try this case as it relates to Trump? Catch me outside. Nobody's crazy enough to believe that. I'm sorry. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. I'm sorry. They just don't. You can say it to make yourself feel good, but it does not change anything. Nobody believes that. But I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me on today. I'm looking forward to, I'm going to be doing a members only live stream tonight with a security guard who does security for Sean P. Diddy Combs and here in Atlanta. So he's going to just go over and kind of tell his story and such like that. It's going to be super interesting, taking questions and such like that. So I'm hoping that that'll be a good conversation as well. I really do appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the encouragement, the super chats, and all that kind of stuff. The cash apps. Thank you very much. It is highly appreciated. And I do want to let you know, if you haven't already seen, I do want you to kind of understand, well, okay, when I'm supporting Dear Woke Christian, what is that doing? What does that mean? I think that's great. I want to kind of tell you what that is. I have a video here. It's about 9 minutes. If you want to watch it, feel free. If you want to finish up your conversations in the super chat, in the chat, feel free. But this is kind of tell you, like, how does your support go? Because outside of my RICO Defense Fund, there's actually a good reason why. And so here it is. When you walk into the front of the building, you come to our main door. And I really like this door. It is so classy. This is our lobby. And we share it with our neighbors, of course. So There's a great big screen right there. One day I'm going to actually start using that to broadcast what's being recorded in the studio. So if you're sitting in the lobby, you can see what's going on in the studio. And you walk in, here's my neighbors. Got some great neighbors. There's the powder room and restroom right there. But right behind you, as you turn around, is Podium Studios. So let's go check it out. Let's see what's going on in there. And when you walk in, you immediately see the control center, the producer's desk. You see right there, we have another big screen. You can play videos as well as use it as a monitor. We use it as a monitor sometimes. Here's our producer's station, producer's desk. Usually come in and turn on the computer and get the day started. You see we have a Mac Studio M3 as well as the Elgato Stream Deck. We have 3 cameras. That big monitor right there is the producer's monitor, but have no fear because on the other side is another monitor for our guests. Here, of course, are 3 angled cameras. This is our confidence monitor or monitor for our guests. You can use it as a teleprompter, another video screen. And here at the desk, the infamous table, are 4 mics, 4 chairs. We have a great set of lights. I'll show you how those lights work in a moment. And of course, the big screen in the back. We can put whatever it is that your content on that screen back there. And here we have our Rodecaster. We control all the audio there. We have our ATEM Mini that we use to switch between different camera angles. I need to actually turn on the cameras real quick, so let's check that out. Usually when we first walk in every morning, we do these things, turn on everything to make sure everything is working properly. And now we are ready to go. This guy right here decided he did not want to come on. He had a long weekend, I guess. I don't know. And we sit on down at the producer's station. You can see this is where the producer's angle is. And now our ATEM is on, so we're turning it. You can switch the different camera angles, and the producer can see what he's recording. Now, the neat thing is on the confidence monitor on the other side, the guests can also see what the producer is recording. So they'll see who's being focused on when. So it gives them an opportunity to know what they're supposed to be doing. And that is our sign. Our sign is back. And really proud of that thing. It looks fantastic. And you'll get another chance to check it out in a moment. So of course we have 2 main lights and a hair light. And let's turn the lights out and kind of get a feel for it. And turn on our on-air sign for the ambiance. So now you can see here, this is what the guests could see if we wanted them to be able to see themselves, so they can make sure they're paying attention, make sure their face is right, or make sure they're close enough to their mic, anything like that. It's just another way to give them an awareness of what's going on. And that's me. So of course we do have 4 microphones, and each microphone has its own set of headphones, as well as a power strip in the middle for your laptop or any kind of equipment that you might have or you might need. We also use a tablet. This is our iPad. We use that when we're recording for ourselves so that I can control it from there. This is the side studio, and this has always been under development. So it's still under development. I'm going to get it done. I promise. And I want to be able to have 2 guests be able to sit here with one another and face one another. And so sourcing the right kind of chairs has been a little bit of a challenge. And keeping this room from becoming a stopgap has also been a challenge. But so far, I feel really good about it. The sound in there is pretty good. And I think it'll be really great once we add the lights, the cameras, and the chairs. It'll really look nice. So one thing, we have lights in here that weren't turned on yet. So let me get those plugged in for you real quick. All right. So right now they're blue, and we're going to go real quick, and I'm going to show you just how I manage all the lights, because we can change the lights to whatever color that fits your scheme, whatever fits your ideas, whatever like that. And so this is how it would look from the back of the house, of course. And right here, I have an older phone that I've connected all the lights to, and I'm able to take that phone, plug in, tap in they're grouped. So the main house lights, the main studio are grouped, and the side studio are grouped. All right, so now you'll be able to see, notice they were blue, now they're purplish. So I can change it to whatever color I want. So just use that. This is a side studio. I want them to be green. Bang, now they're green. So go back over here to the main studio. I can do the exact same thing. Want them to be a different color. Your wish is my command. Different color it is. So you want them pink, you want them yellow, whatever your color scheme is. Works out fantastic. Very responsive. And feel good about those. I really like the way that came out. This app was fantastic. It's really a great tool to add to that, because it really helps change, and everybody's feel and vibe might be different. So whatever it is that you're trying to convey, we can let those lights help you out a lot. I'm kind of biased to green, as you all have kind of probably picked up. But so that's those little lights right there. There, again, that's what they do. Now, we also have, one of the things I want to point out, like I said before, is each microphone has its own special set of headphones. And we have the over-ear kind as well as the in-ear monitor style that like musicians use in concerts and whatnot. So that's a great thing that we have. And then the very last thing is all of the lights in the building or in the studio are connected to a Google Home. So I can just tell the Google to turn off the lights, and it'll turn off all the lights. Or I can tell them to turn off the whole studio, and it'll turn off everything in the studio. So when I say, Google, turn on the lights, it turns on the lights. And I say, okay, Google, turn off the lights. It'll turn off the lights. But the podium sign is connected differently. So we gave that one its own special indicator. So that way that can stay on if we wanted it to stay on, to create some kind of ambiance or whatever like that. And you may have noticed that the lights under the table did not go off. And you also notice the lights under the table are their own color. The lights under the table are a different brand, so we weren't able to get them connected to the same light source that we're using for the side in the main studio. We'll get those changed eventually. So that's how that works. The side studio, hopefully next time I'll show you something new there, that we've made some changes. And there's our podium sign. Again, super proud of that. It looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and go back out into the hallway and wrap up this tour. So I really like this lobby. I keep saying that, but I mean it a lot. This is a fantastic look, and it really sets a nice tone. It's super comfortable. So when we have a lot of guests, they can just sit out here, relax, work on work and whatnot, and everybody's in a good to come in and do their actual recording. Our neighbors are super responsive and kind, so it works out very well. This is a great place. I'm glad you're able to do it with us. So I thought that would be a good way to end it, just so you can kind of see that's the real RICO Defense Fund. Okay, that's what you all support, and you guys help me with that. So thank you so much. It seems like the overall consensus is that the Standard Truth Podcast and maybe Caldwell Apologetics will make their way down to make the trek all the way from the other country that they live in, it seems like, to Podium. And maybe we'll do a live stream from there. That'll be fun. And no, we won't get the varsity. We'll go get some real food. I promise y'all. Somebody has already, I was going to shut the live stream down, but somebody has already sent me the history of the varsity and why the varsity is so, you know what? I do kind of understand it. I was kind of scanning through it. Yeah, I kind of understand why. It is a landmark for sure. And since it is so close to the schools, I can see why is so popular. This live stream is the best. So somebody has already sent me that. Maybe we'll talk about that one. But remember, first of all, we got to get Fani Willis primaried. Then we can have all this other discussions. All this other stuff will be up for debate and the argument once she gets primaried, because that'll be hilarious. I thank y'all so much for this. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you so much for liking, for hanging out with me, checking that out like that. I thought it'd be a good way to end the show, just kind of let you see some of the stuff that happens off camera. So I appreciate you all so much. Again, this evening I'll be talking with a security guard who's done some work with P. Diddy, so you can ask him some questions and kind of understand a little bit more of the story that's going on, the story beyond the story and such like that. And Lord willing, we'll probably do this again tomorrow. It'll probably be something else fun and some kind of shenanigans happen tomorrow. We'll probably do it all over again. So everybody, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And until next time, everyone, grace and peace. Take care.